Everyone, welcome back to the Cedar Doodles Teddy Bear channel. Today, Lady and I are getting ready for puppies. As you can see, I've got my gloves on, and if you're wondering why they look a little shiny, I'll show you in just a minute. One of the most important tools that we actually use is the thermometer. I'm going to take Lady's temperature here. What you saw in my gloves was Vaseline. I use that so that I can carefully insert this thermometer. In just a little bit, I'll explain why this number matters so much when puppies are about to arrive. Make sure you stick around because we've got what you're going to want to see as we walk through all the supplies we use to keep birth as safe and prepared as possible. When you're expecting puppies, preparation is everything. Having the right tools on hand means you stay calm and focus on mom and puppies instead of scrambling to find something you need. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the supplies we need and we keep ready before every litter. Before we even talk about tools, we always start with the health of our moms. High quality nutrition is incredibly important during pregnancy and right after birth. Lady is on a high quality food, and I also like to give protein snacks throughout the day to make sure she's getting enough calories. If you're breeding, take the time to check the nutrition on your dog's food bag and calculate how many calories your dog actually needs per day. The number can really surprise you when you're supporting a litter. So since we gave her a little protein snack, first thing on our list is our pee pads. These are so important for keeping the area clean, sterile. We make sure that we have these under mom when she's giving birth, so we keep the area as dry as possible. You want to keep it dry because you do not want wet puppies. Make sure they stay dry. One thing that we keep on hand is oral calcium. We don't give this routinely, but we use it if we see 2 consecutive temperature drops of about 1 degree from the dog's baseline temperature. That's one of the signs that labor may be approaching. Next up, hemostats. I keep both curved and straights. The curved ones are helpful if you plan to remove dew claws. The straight ones are used for clamping the umbilical cord. If dew claws are removed, remember, we wait till day 3 so the puppies have time to stabilize. You'll also want a sharp pair of scissors so you can clamp the cord about 1 inch from the puppy's body and cut on the opposite side of the hemostats. This stops the blood and keeps your puppy from losing too much blood. Next up, we're going to talk about umbilical cleaning. After that, we're going to want to use iodine to prevent infection. I actually prepare this ahead of time by putting cotton pads into a small sandwich bag with iodine. That way I can grab 1 clean pad per puppy without worrying about a bottle tipping over during delivery. It keeps everything very clean and very simple. Isn't Lady the sweetest? She wants to look at each of these things with me, and that just shows what a wonderful temperament she has. I'm glad she's here to share this video with you. Next are suction devices. I like to keep 2 different types. The first I'm going to show you is a baby suction device that comes apart so you can choose the correct tip size. I like this one for gentle cleaning airways after the puppy is born. The second is a simple bulb syringe, which works really well right after delivery to help clear the mouth and the airway. And you can see that sometimes even I have a hard time twisting the top on here, but it just slipped out of my hands. The best part about this is it's got this little canister on the top, and that catches everything so we can clean it out, sterilize it. That's the most important thing, preventing infection, keeping them dry, keeping them warm, and keeping their airway clean. Even though we always hope moms produce plenty of milk, it's important to have backup supplies ready. I keep puppy milk replacer on hand just in case we need a supplement while mom's milk is coming in. I also keep Carol syrup nearby. It's very sweet and can give mom a quick boost of energy if labor is long and she starts to get tired. Because moms usually stop eating before labor, the extra energy can really help. Because this is very sticky, I would recommend drawing some of it into a 30 ml syringe. I just keep it on hand and just use a little as needed. That way it never spills and makes a sticky mess right in the middle of the delivery. So this is one of those things I just have in my kit in case I need it. So what if your puppy needs support feeding? Well, there's a couple of things that we can do. I like to use a small 10 ml syringe with these tiny tips I'm going to show you right here. Because when you're feeding a puppy, you only want to give a drop at a time to prevent aspiration. If you've ever watched them nurse, they're just taking out a drop at a time. And so some breeders may prefer to use very small bottles instead of syringes. That's another option that you can use as well. I found these tips off of Amazon. You can hook them to a 5 ml syringe or a 10 ml syringe. And we're going to just give them a little bit at a time, making sure that they're always sucking and swallowing to prevent, like we said, that aspiration. Up next, another sweet treat for Lady. I guess they're not sweet. These are actually really neat because they're just freeze-dried chicken. I get them from my friends at Wasatch Pup. Great high protein treat for your mom that's about ready to deliver. Puppy identification. I'll be the first to admit that I always thought that I'll know each and every puppy right when they're born, but it can get overwhelming. So the best thing you can do is have a set of colored collars. This helps us identify each puppy so we can track their weights and development individually. And here's one of those little tiny bottles I was telling you about. I guess it was under everything. Next up is our heating pad. I like to use the heating pad that runs the length of mom in the whelping box. We keep it on one side so the puppies can move towards the warmth when they need it, but they can also move away to nurse. We don't want mom too hot, but we have to keep them very, very warm in the beginning. A quiet puppy is usually a healthy puppy. If puppies are squeaking or crying constantly, it can mean they are hungry, uncomfortable, or need help. So make sure that you're monitoring the noise that is coming from them because it's telling you the story. All right, another important step is daily weighing. We weigh them twice a day for the first 5 days. It's normal for them to lose a little weight right after birth, but we want to quickly see that trend turn upward. Tracking those weights will help us catch problems early. You can see we've got a lot of these supplies that we have used to help make sure these puppies have the most safe, healthy start possible. You're going to want to have these in a bin so they're easy to use and you have them if you need them. A lot of these you will use, so it's important that you have these right there on hand. And here's another one of those little bottles. They can come in a little box. Here's an NG tube. Make sure that you talk with your vet and he can teach you how to properly use this if you have a puppy that is struggling. It's better to have one of these than to risk one of these puppies not being able to get enough nutrients. As we're putting these away, once again, a shout out to Lady and just how great she is. She's just laying here watching me go through all of these things like we've done this forever. She's my girl. Here's our whelping pad. Last but not least, these are so important for warmth and texture. Texture is important because puppies are pushing and developing their hips and muscles. This helps them do it properly. And the temperature we checked earlier, baseline is 101.4 and today it was 99.7, which tells us we're officially on puppy watch. This is going to drop in the next 24 hours, so thank you for joining us, and we are so excited to welcome these sweet puppies into our home. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and follow along because we'll be sharing the entire journey from birth to go home date. Once again, thanks for watching.